What does the law do to regulate the society? How does a rule or many rules in combination with each other regulate over 1 billion people in India? The purpose behind each law is to balance some conflict so that most of everyone can benefit and so that the greater good is done for the greater number of people. The way each statute, law, act, rules, regulations, etc. resolve a conflict is by assigning rights and assigning duties to individuals. Think of a law. Think of any law. Think of a traffic law. Stop at a red light. Think of a corporate law. Disclose important matters to shareholders. Think of environmental law. Do not pollute the environment. You will find that each of these laws have one thing in common. Each law simultaneously assigns a duty and a right to people. Traffic law, stop at the red light. The duty is explicitly assigned to the car driver. The right is impliedly given to the pedestrian who wishes to cross the street. Corporate law, disclose important matters to the shareholders. Duty is assigned to the persons running the company to tell important matters to the shareholders who have invested their money in the company. The shareholders have a corresponding right to know everything to do with the company and the persons running it, so that they can make changes if they believe their investment is at risk. Environmental law. Duty is given to the world at large. Do not pollute the environment. Right is also given to the world at large to enjoy the benefits of an unpolluted environment. All laws in the world are created to serve the purpose of balancing the various rights that people have and pushing the people to fulfill duties that are imposed upon them. It is because of the existence of the rule of law that we can live in relative harmony and the society carries on. Certain laws we find assign duties explicitly and rights impliedly, and certain laws assign a duty impliedly and rights explicitly. The Constitution of India provides that all citizens shall have the right to freedom of speech and expression. The right is given to all the citizens of India. The duty is implied on the state to not curb this right of the citizen by any law or rule they make. You will notice in the above examples that the traffic rules give rights to everyone. All persons who are driving a car have a duty to wait at the red light. Same goes with the environmental law. Every person has the duty to keep the environment clean. The duty is assigned to everyone. They are not assigned to a particular class of people. The rights that emanate from such duties are known as rights in rem. It means these rights are enforceable against anyone who tries to deny their duty. You can sue anyone who has run a red light and caused you physical injury. The driver cannot say that he is not a citizen of India and therefore the rules don't apply to him. The driver cannot say that he is a resident of Delhi and the rules of Bangalore don't apply to him. The rules are not applicable discriminately. Rights against trespass, rights against defamation, and rights relating to ownership and possession of property are just some examples that are defensible against anyone who wishes to take away such rights. In the above examples, we also saw a corporate law example and the constitutional law example. In the corporate law example, the shareholders of a company do not have a right to information against everyone in the world. The shareholder of a company can ask for information from the directors of the company, not from the directors of another company, or the person supplying raw material to the company, or the janitor of the company. The exercise of their rights are limited against a fixed amount of individuals. These individuals may number from hundreds or thousands or even lakhs. That does not matter, but it is limited to only those individuals. In constitutional law, the right to freedom of speech and expression is limited against only the state, that is the government, union and state, and any other authority that according to the constitution are state. There is no right to freedom against everyone at large. I cannot go to a restaurant and sing loudly in awful voice any song that strikes my fancy, saying that I have the right to freedom of speech and expression. The restaurant manager does not owe me any such corresponding duty and can boot me out immediately. Such rights, which are available only against a limited amount of people, are known as rights in personam. For example, rights that are created by contracts are always rights in personam. A shareholder's right is created solely on the basis of a contract, and therefore it's a right in personam. Everyone in the society, in all their actions, have to try and make sure that they follow their duty. Most actions of persons have to be done keeping in mind the duty they owe due to the rules made by the government or by common sense. For example, I cannot provide water to my plants as and when I wish to. I have to make sure that I do not drip water into the balcony of the persons living below me. Or muddy water does not drip from my flower pots on the persons passing below them. I cannot grow a poisonous tree even in my property without making sure that the tree is absolutely inaccessible to anyone it can harm. No one in the whole world can claim that they have completely obeyed all laws and performed all their duties diligently, as and when they have interacted with anyone. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone forgets. And sometimes many don't really care to follow a duty they feel is preposterous. This is known as breach of duty. A breach of duty in isolation is nothing to worry about. If this breach of duty causes a legal injury, that is when the problem starts. But to get from breach of duty to legal injury, that's a long road. After the breach of duty, the first thing that should be seen is that did such a breach cause an infringement of right of any person? A person does not heed a red light in the middle of the night because no one is around. This is a breach of duty. If the person breaking the signal is not caught and does not hurt anyone, it does not matter. If a breach of duty does not infringe on the right of a person, there is nothing to worry about. But if the breach of duty does infringe on the right of the others, then you may have a problem. May. It is not definite yet. For example, I burst a cracker in the middle of the day, in the middle of the road. Due to my bursting a cracker, a horse is startled, scared, due to which it starts stomping around. As it moves violently here and there, the horse accidentally kicks and hurts a small child. This means that there is definite infringement of the right of the child, and I have definitely breached my duty. But let's not jump the gun and blame me for the mishap. One more thing needs to be checked before I can be blamed for the child's injury. That is the causal link. The breach of duty must be the approximate reason as to why there is a legal injury. Just because I have breached my duty and someone has a legal injury doesn't make it my problem. If my breach of duty is directly the cause of the legal injury to another, then I have to take responsibility. In the previous example, if I burst the cracker in the middle of the road, which scared a dog, the dog started barking. The barking dog scared a rabbit. The rabbit ran from the dog, hopping away. The hopping rabbit was spotted by a child who screamed in delight of seeing a bunny rabbit. The screaming child scared the horse. The scared horse injured the child. In this instance, I have breached my duty, but my breach has not caused the legal injury. I am not responsible. There is no causal link. However, if the horse is scared because of the noise of the cracker that I burst, then yes, I am responsible for any injury caused to the child. Legal injury does not mean actual injury only. Legal injury could be something as minor as a shock or a push. There need not be any physical or monetary injury for a legal injury. A legal injury occurs when someone breached their duty and because of that infringed on the rights of another.